welcome friends. I hope you all are well and enjoying learning with language and linguistics. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about speech community, that is important concept in sociolinguistics. So let's move to our first slide. What is speech community? This term, the speech community, is derived from the German word that is given here. The simplest definition of speech community is it's a group of people who share a set of linguistic norms and expectations with regards to how their language should be used. So, sharing linguistics norm and values by the group of people is termed as a speech community. But this definition is little ambiguous because some linguists emphasize shared community membership and some of them put stress on shared linguistics communication. So, membership and linguistic communication, these are two important ingredients are highlighted by linguists while defining speech community. As you know, sociolinguistics studies language within society or the language of group and communities. So, groups are important, those are always discussed in sociolinguistics. Therefore, I have decided to throw light on the definition of group that is important for studying language within the scope of sociolinguistics. Here, we are going to talk about speech community and group. Group has at least two or more than two members. People can be grouped together for social, religious, cultural, political, professional, and vocational purposes. Groups belong to other groups and may or may not even meet face to face. Their face to face interaction or interaction in daily life is not important. Anybody can be a member of a group who is sharing same language. And the last feature of group is it can be organization of the group that can be tight or loose. Here we are going to talk about each community. All the people who use given language or dialect is called a speech community. According to Lyons, or a speech community as a group of people who interact by means of speech. Third one is definition given by Gumpers. A speech community is any human aggregate characterized by a regular and frequent interaction by means of a shared body of verbal sign and set off from similar aggregates by significant differences in language use. So in the first definition, for a speech community, group must use same language or a dialect, and in second definition, interaction of people by using same language is important. In contrast, verbal and non-verbal interaction shared by the community is important in the third one, and as well as those things make them different from other group is also important according to Gumpers. Last definition is given by Lebeau. According to him, speech community is not defined by any marked agreement in the use of language elements, so much as by participation in a set of shared norms. These norms may be observed in overt types of evaluation behavior and by the uniformity of abstract patterns of variation. Those are invariant with respect to particular levels of usage. Here, participation of individual, those are identifying themselves as a group or a speech community by using overt kind of behavior or pattern. An abstract type of pattern by using similar language is important. Till now, we have talked about few definitions of speech community. Now let's have a look on few characteristics or features of speech community. Group of people using same language, dialect, words and grammatical rules as standards important characteristics of a speech community. This community share a specific set of norms for language use through living and interacting together. Face-to-face contact is not necessary. Speakers can be mono or multilingual group, but they are held together by frequency of social interaction and set off from surroundings due to their linguistic norms. So, using same language, words, dialect, or grammatical rules are important to identifying themselves as a community. Interaction is not important, but sharing same language is important. It is not important that these group have just one or two language to associate themselves with the same group, but they must have more or two languages. All English speakers in the world belong to same speech community. Similarly, all Chinese or Urdu or Hindi language speakers all over the world are part of the same speech community. Similarly, speaking same language by the group doesn't mean belonging to the same community. For instance, speakers of South Asian English in India and Pakistan shared a language with the British or American English speakers without sharing their communities. So sharing community is not important, but sharing language is important to associate oneself from or with the same speech community. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe Language and Linguistics. For complete transcript of this lecture, you can visit this link.